Hello guys, my name is Quest and welcome back to Subscribe guys. I see you guys have been destroying that subscribe. We're at 72 subscribers so far. We're getting close to 100. We'll do something special when we hit 100 subscribers. But here we are with another deck tech. Not deck, a card from Ixalan, Lost Caverns, a new spoiler. Recently came out like 2 weeks ago. And I want to talk about this guy, Ojer. I think it's Ojer, one and two. I think it's Ojer Axonil. I keep on trying to say Axolotl, like he's an axolotl god, but he's not. Axonil, Deepest Might, which is one of the new commanders that recently came out in spoilers when Magic Fest was going on in Las Vegas. I believe was last month here. And let me go to the page here, and we got him. Here he is. So he's a god, which is nice, and he's a 4/4 trample. And then if a red source you control would deal an amount of non-combat damage less than Ojer Axonil's power to an opponent, that source deals damage equal to Ojer Axonil's power instead, which is really good. Then it has a sweet ability, which is amazing for a commander. Ojer Axonil dies, return it to the battlefield, tap, transform under your control, under its control, but it'll be yours. And then it had Temple of Power, which is a land, so it's a red. Just tap it for a red, and then a red and 2 colors, transform Temple of Power, activate if a red source you control dealt 4 or more non-combat damage this turn only as a sorcery. So it is really good. It's evasive through certain rules, but you do have to recast him if he does get exiled. But when he gets destroyed, you can immediately put him in the graveyard and then have him as a land, so you don't have to keep him paying that commander's tax when he goes into command zone every single time, which is really good. And then the ability is so good. I've been brewing some decks, but I think this is like the most busted one. But I think in the future I will build the Pinger deck with whenever you catch into a sorcery, deal 1, 2, or 3 damage, which I think will be really good. So let's get on with the deck tech, guys. So I wanted to start off with some cards that could help him to increase his power here. So we have Blazing Soul, which is a banned card in Modern, very powerful with Infect. Back in the day, I don't know if you guys were playing around time, but this card is really good. You may remove a red card with command cost extra X in your hand from the game route. Pay Blazing Soul's mana cost, and the target creature gets plus X plus 0 until the end turn. So that could be like I think the highest is like 6, so just be like a 10/4, and you just start just going off from there, because you could kill the whole table once you get to 10 power, because all you need to do like price of progress, or like something that deals 1 damage, or you just tap and all of that stuff, right? Then we have Downhill Charge, so it's another free one, like Blazing Soul, but you may sacrifice a mountain instead of paying Downhill Charge. Mana cost, target creature get plus X plus 0 till the end turn, where X is the number of mountains you control, which is just another way just to get it big, and it's cheap. You just basically cast it for free. And it's just really good. And it's an instant. All these are instants, I believe. Or just the 3 that I have on here. But then we have Unleash Fury, which is just double the power target creature until the end of turn, which is really nice. It is for 2 mana, so that's good. Then we have Commander Plate, which quick creature gets +3/+3, and that protects it from each creature that's not your commander color's identity. So this card's really good, 1 mana, and then you have equip it for 3, and it has protects from basically everything that's not red. It just gives the power of being a 7/7, so that's really nice. Then we've got 2-handed axe. We don't really care about Sweeping Cleave. We only care about the whenever a quick creature attacks, double its power till the end turn. That's the only thing that we really care about, and it really pairs well with all these pump up spells too. Because if it's rated like a 10, you can make it into like a 20 and just immediately just kill the whole table. So the deck is very powerful in that. So next we're going to talk about the burn. Oh, too fast there. So we're going to talk about the creature burn here. Harsh Mentor. Everyone remember the card from Standard if you guys were playing back then. Really good against vehicles and stuff like that there. So whenever an opponent activates a ability of a artifact creature or land on the battlefield. If it isn't a mana ability, Heartsman should deal 2 damage to that player. So it'll be 4 or more damage every single time opponent taps, activates, or whatever with their ability there. And we got Null Spine Dragon. When Null Spine Dragon comes into play, you may discard your hand and draw cards equal to the damage dealt to target opponents or disopponent this turn. I don't know. That's like if someone like had a higher life total, like it doesn't really like target. Oh no, it does target. Oops. But yeah, that guy's really good. You're just basically refilling your hand after you deal like 20 damage. You just draw 20, and then you could probably finish it from there. Then we got Rampaging Ferocidon. Everyone should remember this guy from Standard during, I believe, was it Ixalan? It was Ixalan Standard. It was a gross standard at the time. But have menace, player can't gain life, which is very important, so you could just finish out those games real quick with red here. And then whenever another creature enters the battlefield, Rampaging Ferocidon deals 1 damage to that creature's controller, which is really nice. So it'd be 4 or more, really. This deck is just ridiculous. So we got Urbrass from Martian Machines. First strike whenever you cast it into a sorcery. Urbrack deal 1 damage to target opponent and add a 1 red mana. Then it flips into the work or something like that. But we only care about the front side. Sometimes we'll use the back side to finish out some games there. But yeah, that's basically it with him. Just 4 damage with our commander out, or we just start storming out because we do play Gravesod in here. And yeah, so we got a Zazu the Punisher. Whenever a land comes into play, Zazu the Punisher deals 2 damage to that land's controller. So just 4 damage or more there. I don't remember if it's if damage will deal non-permanent damage. Okay, it doesn't exclude me, so I can die to my own commander there. I just had to double check. Like, do I take 4 damage or there? But looks like we're okay. So let's go on to the instants and sorceries here. We got Gut Shot, so 2 life, deal 1 damage. So gonna be 4 or more damage it could deal. So you could just one-shot commanders. It could just take out anything in this game. And we got Lightning Bolt, same thing, 1 mana, just 4 or more. This is the deck. And then we got Price Progress, which is one of our cards that can just kill 2 or 3 players in the same pod, depending on what they're playing. Like a 4-color deck, 3-color deck, or even a 2-color deck, and then 5-color decks are kind of just dead. Price Progress deals 2 damage to each player for each non-basic land he or she controls, which is really powerful in this type of deck. Basically, it'd be 4 or more. Let's imagine if Oxalis or Ojer is 8 power, and my opponent has like 5 land. That's 40 damage. That is insane to me. Then we've got Spikefield Hazard, which is just another cheap interaction, and it is a land in addition, so it really helps us hit our land drops there. And then we got Acidic Soil, basically same thing in Price Progress, but it is for each land he or she controls. So basically just kill the board, or kill everyone, depending on how many lands are and how big is Ojer. Then we've got Fiery Confluence, choose 3, may choose the same mode. So basically we're choosing a destroy target artifact, depending on what's on the field, or we're just putting it all in to deal 2 damage to each opponent. So that is super powerful there. We could deal like 24 or even like 30 damage there for 4 mana, which is insane to me. And then we got Grape Shot, just a storming out, just in case if someone's like casting no spell, which we could. Oh wait, it's not instant. But once we're like going off, we could just cast Grape Shot, and then we could just like kill the board too. So which is nice. And then we got Shattered Skull Smashing, which is nice. We don't have to put that much into it. We could divide it as we choose. So this is just a nice board wipe, which is really nice and awesome. And it's a land too, so pretty good on our curve here. And next we got the artifact and enchantment and land in this section. So we have Ankh of Mishra. Ankh of Mishra does 2 damage to anyone who puts a new land into play, which is 4 or more, right? No, you gotta get the basics of this deck. Just 4 or more, boom, boom, you're dead, right? Burning Earth, whenever a player taps a non-basic land for mana, Burning Earth deals 1 damage to that player. Really good. And then we've got Citadel of Pain. At the end of each player's turn, Citadel of Pain deals X damage to that player, or X is a number of untapped land he or she controls. Was he good against the control decks? We want to get this out early and have Ojer on the battlefield, and then we get to start forcing our opponent to do something that turn or tap all their mana. Then we've got Mana Barbs. Whenever mana is drawn from a land, Mana Barbs does 1 damage to the land's controllers. I put the old one on here. I think it does the same thing as Burning Earth, just deals 1 damage whenever you tap any land, really. And then Burning Earth does it to non-basics. And then we got Valakut, the Molten Pinnacle. Everyone wants to know what Valakut does. If you don't, when Valakut, the Molten Pinnacle, enter battlefield, tap, and then whenever mountain enter battlefield under your control, if you control at least 5 other mountains, you may have Valakut, the Molten Pinnacle, deals 3 damage to target creature or player, which is just a bolt. And it's a land there, and it just, like, you get to do some stuff with it. Unfortunately, we're not playing green. Oh my goodness, if he was green, we'd just play Scape Stiff, just burn. And then we got a Spell Shock. Whenever a player successfully casts a Spell Shock deals 2 damage to him or her, which is just disgusting. 4 or more, right? And then we got a 7 Gorge. I know it's covering some of it since I have my webcam on it. But add 1 colorless mana to your mana pool, and then 7 Gorge, deal 1 damage to each of your opponents. Definitely some gross stuff here. And I believe we are talking about the way that we could use our damage with make your damage double, right? We got Selfim, Mayhem Dominus. If a source you control will deal non-combat damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, it deals double the damage to that player or permanent instead. So disgusting turn. So if we have that out in Ojer, we just like, all right, someone is dying, or the whole table is dying except for me. And then we got Torbrand, Throne of Redfell. Just a really good card there. From, if you guys remember back in Standard, during Throne Drain with mono red ramping everywhere. If a red source you control will deal damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, it deals that much damage plus 2 instead, which is pretty good there. And they've got Insult. Damage can't be prevented this turn. If a source you control will deal damage this turn, it deals double damage instead. So same thing as Selfim, Mayhem Dominus, just double that damage. So it could turn into like 10 damage into 20 with 2 spells there. And they've got Fiery Imputation. Oh my goodness, I can't speak today. But you gotta know what this card is. It got recently reprinted in Wild Eldraine as a Tantatail. And then if a source you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deal triple the damage to that permanent or player instead. So very powerful cards here. And we are going to talk about the usefulness of our deck. Some of our red creatures here. We got Burgi, God of Storytelling. Whenever you cast a spell, add 1 red mana till the end of your turn. You don't lose mana as the steps and end phase. So basically, just keep your mana. Start using it immediately. Once you have like have her out and something else, you're definitely going off. Then we got Dockside. Everyone knows what Dockside is. I don't need to explain it. Just really good all-star for red commanders, right, guys? And then we got Imperial Recruiter. When Imperial Recruiter comes to play, search your library for a creature card. Power, no power, or power 2 or less. Reveal and put it in your hand and shuffle your library. Just grab like a Dockside, Magus and Moon, Simic Spirit Guide, Stormkill Artisan, or any of the creatures out there like Harsh Mentor or any of that stuff there. Just a good tutor there. Then we got Magus and the Moon, non-basic land or mountains to help you out, finish that game. Then Neheb the Eternal. We don't really care about the Afflict 3. Afflict 3 is okay. And then at the beginning of your post-combat main phase, add 1 red mana for each life your opponents have lost this turn. So basically, just do it on your main phase, and then second main phase, you just basically win with all that mana, right? And then we got Simic Spirit Guide, just basically you just get that 1 red mana to catch your commander out really early. And then we got Stormkill Artisan. Stormkill Artisan get +1/+0 for each artifact you control. And then whenever you cast copy an instant or sorcery spell, create a treasure token. And then we got the useful instant and sorceries here. I think these are just the instants first. We've got Bolt Bend, which is just another deflecting swap, but it's uncommon. The spell costs 3 less to cast if you control a creature with power 4 or greater. Change the target spell or ability with a single card target. Chaos Warp. Everyone know what this is. This is an OG commander card back in the day. And then we got Deflecting Swat. Everyone does know what Deflecting Swat does. You may choose new targets for target spell or ability, and you cast it for free if you control a commander. And then we've got Desperate Ritual at 3 mana. Pyretic Ritual at 3 mana. And then we've got Pyroblast and Elemental Blast for the counter and destroy blue permanents or spells. And then we got Seething Song at 5 mana, and we've got Throw Possibility, discard a card, draw 2 cards at instant speed. We definitely want to make the deck consistent where we could always kill our opponent next turn or the turn that I cast Ojer. And then we got the more instances here, and then our sorcery. So we got Temple's Trickery, which is a counter spell for red, and they get to mill 1 or 2 cards and keep on exiling or to keep on revealing till they hit a non-land permanent and cast that card instead. And then we got Valku's Awakening, another good draw spell. Put any number of cards from your hand on the bottom of your library, then draw that many cards +1. And there's a land on top of that. And we got a board wipe here, Blasphemous Axe, which is very funny when it just deals, oh my goodness, it deals like 26 damage. So it's really good. And then we got Facial Looting, another good card. Draw 2, discard 2. And then have Flashback for 3. And then we got Gamble with 2 to their deck, and then we could discard, and then opponent gets to choose what we discard or random. Usually whenever I cast Gamble, like, alright, you get to choose Barry, which one am I discarding, like at random. So then we got Jessica Dwell, really good card here. Choose one if you control a commander. As you cast a spell, you may choose both. So add 7 red mana or less, or exile the top 3 cards of your library. You may play them this turn, so that card is really good. And then we got Light of the Stage, 1 mana. It's going to be one mana every scenario that we have. Exile the top card of your library till the end of the turn. Your next turn, you may play those cards. They got Reckless Impulse. Exile 2 cards of your library till the end of your next turn. And play those cards. So basically, same thing. A Light Up Stage, just 1 mana more. And they've got Rite of Flame, add 2 mana, and then add 1 free to Rite of Flame in your graveyard. All right, we got a couple more sorcery, enchantments, and artifacts here. Wheel of Fortune, all players discard their hand and then draw 7. Wheel of Misfortune, each player secretly chooses a number 0 or greater, then all players reveal those numbers simultaneously and determine the highest and the lowest number revealed. That's why Wheel of Fortune deals damage equal to the highest number of each to each player who chooses the number. Each player who didn't choose the lowest number discards their hand and then draws 7 cards. Rend Resolve, exile this top card of your library till the end of turn. Your next turn, you may play those lands, so just another Reckless input. Oh my goodness, I forgot the card name. Reckless Impulse, there we go. Then we got Blood Moon, basically Magnus Moon, but it's the enchantment, the OG. Then we got Underworld Breach. Each non-land card in your graveyard has escape. The escape cost is equal to the card mana value plus the exile 3 other cards from your graveyard then at the beginning of your end step. Sacrifice Underworld Breach. I do play LED in this list, so there is another combo that you could do with Grave Shot and Underworld Breach, depending on how your storm count is. So basically, you could just keep on going, depending on how much mana you have, right? Then we've got Virtue of Courage. So for this instant side, or the Avenger side, deals you to any target, which is nice for a commander. And then whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, you may exile that many cards from the top of your library. You may play those cards till the end of turn, which is disgusting for our deck. Wait till we're just like, alright, I'm going to win. I'm going to just keep on exile until I get another burn shell. Alright, good shot. Keep on going. Just kill your opponent there. And then let's get into the artifact. We got Arcane Signet, Chrome Mox, Jewel Lotus. You guys know what these are. Just really fast mana stuff here. LED. Lotus Petal, Mana Crypt, Mana Vault, Mind Stone, Mox Diamond, Mox Arbol, Ruby Medallion, and Soul Ring. that one will turn into a song there. But yeah, all of these are just mana artifacts except for Commander Plate. And then remove Medallion, which is a must for this deck. But let's move on to the land. We got Ancient Tomb, Cavern Souls, Nykthos Shrine to the Nyx, and War Room. All the cards just all stars. Nykthos Shrine is pretty good in this deck, just adding like a certain amount of red mana. Ancient Tomb to get them out faster. Cavern Soul to make sure your god is uncounterable. And then War Room to draw a card if you're running out of gas there. And then we're running 4 fetches here. We're running Air Mesa, Bloodstained Mire, Scalding Tarn, and Prismatic Vista. And then I believe that is it for today's video, guys. I'll probably make another list of this deck with all the pingers and stuff. Make it into like a Stormcaster, just spells. Like, oops, like here we go. You're all dying to the 2 pingers with Ojer. I'm going to just cat cantrips. But yeah, I'm very excited to see if there are any new cards I can add to this deck with the upcoming set. I don't know. I'm kind of like speculating if there are going to be any type of like cool new burn spells and stuff like that. But yeah, we're getting close to 100 subscribers. Hopefully 80 in a week. But yeah, you guys are doing great. Definitely smash that like button if you enjoyed this deck tech today. My name is Quest, and I am out. And oh my goodness, I can't speak today. Thank you for watching, subscribe, guys. I am out of here. See you guys later.